in your head. Just like you see, the preacher doesn't carry the entire Bible. He can quote some of the verses, but he has to refresh his memory. We're human after all.
Yeah.
And even a lawyer consults a lawyer sometimes. When it gets too complicated, you put two heads together. Even a doctor consults a doctor. Yeah. Now, the other issue. Yes, a lot of lies are forever told in politics, whether in Kenya, whether in any other place, even in business for that matter, and in everyday life. Even in human relations, lies are told. Does that make us lose faith in all human beings? You have a mind to evaluate, to look at the track record of every individual. It is possible, therefore, in my view, for citizens, for Kenyans, for anybody anywhere in the world, deciding on what leadership to choose, whether in a community like this, a church, whether in your social group or in politics, to judge people individually with their track record, to look for consistency, for integrity, for something that gives you a level of assurance that you can bank on this person. And that is the judgment we who seek office leave to you after we present our case to you. I can't be a judge in my own cause. I leave that in your hands. Now, the other question that was asked about MPs' taxes being backdated. What is being backdated is the collection. They fell due the date the Constitution was promulgated. The fact that the taxman has been late in coming, or that the parliamentary accounting officer has not effected it, it doesn't mean it wasn't due. It's just like, you know, from the first date your mortgage installment is due, even if your bank doesn't come calling, it is piling up. So it's an obligation, it is not negotiable. And that is the way the law is. And luckily for the taxman, he has the first charge on one's pay packet. He doesn't care whether you default on your mortgage, on your debts, on anything else, whether you are left without food. The taxman has the first charge. So it's up to us as members of parliament. We cannot say we didn't know this. I said at the beginning that one of my selling points, because I campaigned a lot for the Constitution, and I used to love citing Article 10 to Kenyans, telling them this is your opportunity, you pass this, and you're going to compel me and others to pay taxes, because we've been refusing up to now. This is the only time you will equalize every Kenyan as far as taxes are concerned. Now, can we, about the Akiwumi Commission, the Akiwumi Commission and any other recommendation is subject to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission agreeing to it, disagreeing with it, adjusting it, or discarding it altogether. We did pass a law the other day where the MPs included a clause to adopt the Akiwumi report. But remember, this is an act of parliament. The Constitution is superior to any other law. And any law that is inconsistent with the Constitution is null and void. It is for the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. And a good Salaries and Remuneration Commission, acting in the best interest of Kenya, I doubt that they would add a single penny to the pay packet of us as parliamentarians. And if they did, I see Kenyans challenging in the courts. This time round, Kenyans don't just sit. They go to court because a door has been opened. Previously, if you tried to go to court, you would be dismissed by the court as a busybody, a person without any locus to appear before them. We therefore made sure in the Constitution, Kenyans give themselves the power to go in the name of their country, their Constitution, to court to challenge executive actions. Now, Gene asked whether I would make, as president, I would make people bear political responsibility. Yes, that is part of accountability. Even if, as a minister, you didn't actually steal, but a mega scandal occurred under your watch, and you are unable to discover on time and to make interventions, you don't just say, it wasn't me. And I think those who have monitored Parliament, I have once and again said people must take political responsibility as the overall in charge of that department. And when it is of such magnitude that you ought to have known, even if you didn't know, it will be seen as either sleeping on the job or failing to interrogate your systems and reform them in a way you are able to safeguard the public. And it's normally a minister and the permanent secretary. Remember the case of the Minister for Foreign Affairs and the permanent secretary? The problem we are having is lack of consistency. Cases are treated differently.